Distributive property. When we have a number multiplied by a sum or difference, we can distribute that number across each value within the sum or difference. These are the formulas of this subject, but let's understand this subject first. For example, we learned from multiplication that 7 times 3 is equal to 3 times 7, or this one is equal to this one, or this is equal to this one. Basically, we learned from multiplication that a times b is equal to b times a. For example, this one is 21, or this one also 21, so they are the equal. Let's look these examples. 3 times 4 is equal to 12, we know, but we can also write it as 4 apples 3 times, which is 12. Also, we can write 3 times 2 as 2 apples 3 times, which is equal to 6. Let's add them. If you add them, you will have 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2, which is equal to 12 plus 6. Also, if you add these apples, you will have 3 times 6 apples, so which is 18. 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2 equal to 18. Actually, 18 is equal to 3 times 6 apples. Instead of writing 18, I can write this one. Let's write it. Let's take this 6 and split up it into 4 plus 2. We can write it as 4 plus 2 into parentheses. So instead of writing 6, I can write 4 plus 2. Let's write this one. 3 times 4 plus 2. 3 times 4 plus 2. So this is the explanation of this formula. For example, this example says us that 3 times 4 plus 2, if you see 3 times 4 plus 2, you will have 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2. So you should multiply this one first with first number, second with second number. So it is the basic explanation of that formula. Let's look this one. 3 times 5 is 15, which is also 5 times 5 apples 3 times. 3 times 2 is 6, which is 2 apples 3 times. Let's subtract second equation from the first equation. If you subtract it, you will have 3 times 5 minus 3 times 2, which is equal to 15 minus 6. The result of this operation is 9. And also, if you subtract this 2 apples from the 5 apples, you will have 3 times 3 apples, which is 9. So 3 times 5 minus 3 times 2 is equal to 9. We can write this 9 as 3 times 3. So let's write it. 3 times 5 minus 3 times 2 is equal to 3 times 3. I can take this 3 and split up into 5 and 2. I mean, I can write this 3 as 5 minus 2, because 5 minus 2 is 3. So let's write it. 3 times 5 minus 3 times 2 is equal to 3 times 5 minus 2. Let's look at these ones. These are the operations that I had done, and these are the formulas of distributive property. So it says that if you have a number out of parentheses and if you have a number within the parentheses, I mean if you have numbers more than one numbers within the parentheses, you should multiply this number first, this one, which you will have a times b, then this one, a times g. Again, the same number out of parentheses and within the parentheses, but in this time it is not addition, instead it is the subtraction. You should first do operation, I mean multiplication with first number, okay, a times b, then second number, a times g. Between this number you should put the symbol which is within the parentheses. Its formula basically says that, okay. Let's come to the numbers that we have done previous examples. For example, 3 times 4 plus 2 within parentheses, which is similar with this formula, okay. Then you will have 3 times 4 plus 3 times 2, This one is 12, this one is 6. If you add these numbers, you will have 18. Also, if you complete this operation, you will have as 3 times 6. 6 from 4 plus 2, 3 times is from here. Okay. Also, we know that 3 times 6 is 18, which is equal to this one. I mean, the result of this numbers. Let's look at this example, which is similar to this one, but instead of writing symbols, I wrote the numbers to explain it. Basically, 3 times 5 minus 2. So we first multiply this one, which is 3 times 5, 15, minus we would multiply this 3 by this 2. Then you will have 3 times 2, which is 6, and the result is 9. Okay, let's complete this equation. 5 minus 2 is 3. If you multiply 3 by 3, you will have also 9. So this one and this one are equal to each other. Let's look at these examples. I know that it is 3, and if I multiply 2 with 3, you will have 6. But let's do it by distributive property. 2 times 1 plus 2 times 2. Okay, then 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 4 is 2 times 2 is 4. Then you will have 6 also. Let's distribute this one. 2 times 2 minus 2 times 1, which is 4 minus 2, which is 2. Let's look at this one. 4 times 3 plus 4 times 5, which is 12 plus 20, 32. If you add them, you will have 8. 8 times 4 is also 32. Let's distribute this one. Let's look at this one. In this example, I want you to make this operations basically like this ones. Okay, if you look carefully, you will see that there are 2 3s. First one here, second one here. So 3 is out of parentheses, and let's open the parentheses. Here, first number is 2, second number is 4. 2 plus 4. Okay, if you distribute this equation, you will have this result. Okay, let's look at this one. If you want to complete this operation, it will be as this, which is 18. Let's look at this one. There are actually 2 5s, so 5 is out of parentheses. Okay, open the parentheses, and first number is 6, second number is 2, so 6 minus 2. Okay, and it would be 5 times 4, which is 20. Let's solve this problem. There are 2 7s, so 7 is out of parentheses. Inside the parentheses, the first number is 2, second number is 5. 2 plus 5, which is 7 times 7, 49. Let's look at this one. There are 2 3s, so 3, first number 8, second number 4. 8 minus 4, which is 3 times 4, 12. Distributive property basically says that when you have a number multiplied by a sum or difference, we can distribute that number across each value within the sum or difference. You should know these examples and this subject very well, because when these examples are basic arithmetical examples in the mathematics, when you come to the algebra, you will need to solve this kind of problems. This is a new formula that we will use almost in everywhere in math, especially in the future lessons. So these are the practices for you.